I'm Carrie Whitman, and congratulations, you purchased my wall makeup kit. This instructional DVD will teach you how to save money, save time, save the environment, and let you get your creative juices flowing. You can have a color that no one else ever has. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a step-by-step process on how to use it. It's really easy. So open up that paint kit and go get your paint clothes on. I'm waiting right here. Okay, so now that you've got your painting clothes on, open up your wall makeup kit and I'll explain what's inside of it. First of all, you have my personal favorite colors down here on the open of the flap of the box. You've got Denim, Goldilocks, Chianti, Smoke, Cream Puff, and Jungle. These are base colors that can get you started if you don't want to start on your own. So if you want to make a cream, Cream Puff. If you want to make Chianti, Chianti Wine, red. Then inside you have all the different tint colors. You have, all the ones that you can use in order to create a really cool color. You have my instructional DVD, which hopefully is not in your case anymore because you're watching it right now. Then you have the stirrer sticks, a nice little paintbrush, and 2 colors of white, depending on which color you're mixing. You have the basic sand, and you have the basic snow. Basic sand is a darker white, and basic snow is a lighter white. Then you have my wall makeup matchbook, and you can put the paint on here, peel it out, and save that color so you always have that color. Each one is labeled, so if you mix a color, you want to make it match with the label. So if I have a color on the wall, I take the A and I put the A on the wall, and I put that paint color that I like on my A strip, and then I pull it out and do the same thing for B, C, and so forth. Behind the kit, you have some other goodies. You have some plastic cups. Some are lined and some aren't lined. Some are lined. If you're using my basic colors, then you'll know exactly how much to use. And you have 2 other colors that we don't use quite as much because they're so strong, and that is ebony, which is black, and mocha, which is brown. When you start mixing your paint, you want to pull out one of the plastic cups, and let's say we're going to mix a dark color today. So let's say you want to do it blue. So here I have a basic color for blue that I call denim. So you pull out one of the plastic cups, and because it's a darker color, we're going to use the basic sand. Sand is darker than snow. That's why it's called basic sand. You want to take it and you want to pour it into your cup. And if you want to use the line, then you can pour this up all the way to the line. The first thing is we want to do S, which is scarlet, which is red. You want to add the drops that are counted on here. I'm counting my drops. After you've added your scarlet, my formula calls for 10 drops of ebony. So then you can find your ebony. You can open it up and add, don't forget to shake. And these should be large drops. And it doesn't have to be perfect. This is all about creating your own color. The last thing you have is your cobalt. So again, shake your bottle and add your cobalt. After you have everything in, pull out one of your stir sticks and you start mixing up your color. This is turning out to be a beautiful blue, a very beautiful blue, which is my denim, which is more like a gray blue. Now with this color, you can make it darker or lighter. The reason wall makeup is so great because there's 2 kinds of people in this world. There's people who know what they want and people who don't know what they want. Now, if you know what you want, you can put it up on the wall and say, that's what I want. If you don't know what you want, you can keep mixing color after color after color and decide, that's looks what I want. So eventually you will come to a decision. So now you've come out with a beautiful blue. It's my denim, which is kind of a gray blue. So I want to test it on my wall. My existing wall color here is a green. I decided to add a white to see if I actually need primer. This is a white primer. I'm going to try my new denim blue on top of my green and then on top of my white primer. You can do it either way to see if you need to take that step in priming your walls. Sometimes you don't even have to prime. So then you pull your paintbrush out, take a little bit, put it on your wall, and you have a beautiful blue. I love this blue. I also want to see what it looks like over my existing wall color here. Sometimes you'll get the same, it looks just as good over the existing colors as it does over the white. So I've decided that I really, really like this blue, and I'm going to save this and maybe try a couple other blues so I have some other choices. So then I take my matchbook and I pull off the letter A and I put the letter A on my wall. So I know that that's A. So then I take the matchbook and I pull out the letter A. And I take my paint that I like and I paint over that letter A. So now I have a sample of this color that I like, which I can match at any paint store. Now, I like the way the A looks, but maybe I'm going to make a little change. Maybe I want a little deeper blue. So I'm just going to be creative, and I'm going to, I don't know, maybe I'll put a little more black and a little more yellow in there. So I'm adding a little more black, which is my ebony, and I'm adding a little bit of butter, just to create kind of a fun purpley color. And you don't have to know all the different colors. You can just create your own colors. Be creative. So I'm going to be creative right now and take my existing A and turn it into a B and see if I like the colors that I'm mixing. And I kind of don't like the way that that looks, so I think I'm going to add something else to make it a little bit more deeper. So I'm going to add a little more black. I'm just going to be creative and just start adding some fun colors. And that's what I want you to do at home. I want you to be creative and come up with your own name for these colors. It's really fun. So now I'm going to add a little more red, a little more black. I think I'll put a little topaz in there. Yeah, a little bit of topaz. And let's see what I got. I already have one blue that I really like, so I'm safe. But now I can it really gives me the permission to be creative. So now I've got a little bit more of a purpley blue. So let's see how that looks up on the wall. You can see I took that color and now I've created more of a purple, a deep purple out of my blue. I kind of like that, but I don't know if I like that enough to save it. I think maybe everything's getting too dark for me, so I think I'm going to go a little lighter. So if you want to go lighter, you can take out your light white, which is basic snow, and you can add white into your concoction, and it will lighten everything up. And I'm going to add a little bit of yellow, just to be creative. I don't know what I'm going to come up with, but it might be a really cool color. And if not, it's okay too, because I already have one that I really, really like. But the goal is to try to get a few that you like. So now I've got this lighter gray. So I've gone from a beautiful medium blue to a darker blue with a little bit of purple in it. And now I'm going to show you a really nice lighter gray. So this, now remember, we started with this, and with just a few tints, we now have 3 colors. We have not bought 3 cans of paint. We have 3 colors that we have created on our own. And you can see this is a great color too. Now I'm a little bit remiss because I wish I would have saved that one. So remember, always, if you like them even a little bit, save it on a piece of paper because you can't go back. So you save it in my matchbook on one of the letters. But I do really like this gray as well, and I think the gray is really nice. And I want to look at it with my furniture and with my flooring, and I kind of want to sit with it for a day or so. And I also want to see if my boyfriend likes it. I take my matchbook and I take my bee out and I think I like this bee, and it still works with a white primer, and it also works over my existing color, which is great, which means I don't have to prime. What's for me is less money, less time, and also less toxins in my house, because primer is very strong. So I'm going to label this one as a B. So we have our B here. I'm going to pull out a B out of my matchbook. I have my A over here, and I'm going to save this because this is a beautiful, beautiful color. I love grays. I love grays. I love blues. I love every color. So now I've got my B, and I'm going to save this so once I make my decision, I can go to the paint store and pick whatever I want. Now the fun thing about my matchbook is I've got a little thing on the back that says love this, hate this, he likes, she likes. So because I like this one, I'm going to take out the she likes. So my boyfriend, when he gets home tonight, he's going to know I really like this one. You can put 20 on the wall, and I have fun things, guest room, living room, and I like this basically for the family room. So I put she likes family room up here. It's super simple. It's 1, 2, 3, be creative, do wall makeup. All you have to do is take your little chips, once you decide on a color, let them dry, take them to any paint store. You can either use Benjamin Moore or Dunn Edwards, anything that you want, or you can use my paint line, which is coming out soon. But it's not out yet, so you should go ahead and try to use a paint that you really, really like. You can take it to any Home Depot, any Lowe's, and you give them this chip, and they will spit out this color for you. And you've created it yourself. In this much paint, we've come up with 3 colors. I could turn this into probably 50 more colors. So be creative, have fun, and get a little paint on yourself. Makes it more exciting. Come here, baby. What do you think? Don't you think this one's good for the family room? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You want that one? Man, it's this one. Not happening. This is the one we like. Or if you want to be really accommodating, you can take the formula that you had originally that I created for you and add it to this, and you can come up with something in the middle.